first want to thank you for giving us some time of your valuable time to do this interview. Our only concern is thanking you for the work you did for the North Carolina Democratic Party, and hopefully we can learn from you how to be better Democrats in the state of North Carolina. If you would, sir, would you share with us what it was like to be the chairman of the Forsyth County Democratic Party as well as the chairman of the State Democratic Party when you served in that capacity, and give us one highlight of your work with John F. Kennedy when he came to North Carolina?
Well, let's see, back in the late 30s, 40s, I was chairman of the party here in Forsyth County. Then Terry Sanford was running for governor in 1960 and ended up looking for somebody to run his campaign. After eliminating a number of names, I'm sure, he asked me to head it for him, which I did. We were fortunate to win second primary.
Wow.
Same year that John Kennedy was elected president. And if you remember, Kennedy won in North Carolina. If you remember, Terry Sanford seconded his nomination. And they remained real close friends. But that was a good year, 1960, since we won the governorship as well as the president with John Kennedy. From there I went to, he was elected governor, and I went party chair, state party chair for 4 years. And then the term was over in 1964. And I've been involved by and large till the last go round. Being 91 now, I'm about aged out.
So, what do you see the being that you're a part of the party? Then, what do you see that may be a difference of the environment of the Democratic Party then versus today?
Well, back in my day, and that came back through Roosevelt time, Truman times, Kennedy times, you pretty much were proud to be Democrats, say, or the same thing would be true as a Republican. But today, whether that's age or what, today I find more out there like me involved politically. I don't see they're proud to be either party. They're sort of anti-government. There's more independent. And today, instead of saying I'm Republican or I'm Democrat, they say I'm independent. I vote for the person. You mention government or politics, they think you're crooked. Today.
Could you share some of the history of some of the struggles of maybe the minority groups, African Americans, and how you were politically involved with that?
Yeah, fortunately, in our first primary in 1960, we had a segregationist, a George Wallace type running for governor. We had 4, Sanford, Lake, Sewell, and Larkins. We had 4. We ended up 2 in the second primary. The segregationist man we ran against. We fortunately won.
Speaking of that, having our first black president, if you can rate him between a 1 to 10, or let me rephrase that question. What do you think are some of his strengths and some of his weaknesses?
I think he's smart as he can be, gifted, young, ambitious. I rate him A, top, 1 to 10, 10.
So the only hope we have is someone who's really concerned about their welfare, who tells them the truth, and who really represents their interests. And those are far and few to find these days. But I think back to someone that you know very well, former Governor Jim Hunt. Do you mind sharing with us your experience with former Governor Jim Hunt and the job he did as our governor of North Carolina?
Tapped to be a life of what am I going to give back? My talents. I can't be controlled or sold, but that's a long story. But anyhow, that's the start of the Jim Hunt thing of lieutenant governor, governor 3 times. 16 years down there. Oh, incidentally, of my 8 kids, I have 4 boys and 3 of them work for him. And I would say without any doubt, if I had a choice of they are getting a PhD, he gave them above a PhD working for him. Unbelievable.
Bennett, we really want to thank you. If you would you give us a few comments on a young lady who was a friend of mine? She served for the Registry of Deeds in the state of Forsyth County in fact, she's the longest serving person. I used to call her my white grandmother. That was Miss Eunice Ayers. Do you mind sharing with us your experience working with former Registry of Deeds, Miss Eunice Ayers, when you ran the party?
She took over as chairman of the party here in Forsyth County. She was my mentor. She was, when I had a question, or a lot of times I didn't know a lot of that, I'd go to Eunice Ayers. If I wanted a good answer, a correct answer, and the right answer, it was go to Eunice Ayers. If I had to have one person on my side politically, it would be Eunice Ayers. She was there for the right reason, loved it, and she was a great vote getter, and she knew politics and how to win.
Yes,
Delightful person. I couldn't say enough good things about her.
yeah, I miss her and I miss Miss Maisie Woodruff also.
That's
They were
right.
very good friends of mine.
All the same thing with the Clark Brown days.
Yes,
Jerry Drayton just recently died.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what makes politics good. Those people involved,
Yes, sir.
and we need more of them.